You've landed here, which means you must be an anxiety freedom warrior. Welcome. I'm Dr. Nicole Cain, and I've been serving people with anxiety for over 10 years now. I'm here to share something brand new with you. Something that doesn't rely on the quick fix of addictive drugs, but also avoids the slow and costly route of long-term therapy. If you've been living with anxiety and it's running the show, I'm here to tell you that you are the star of your life story. You already know that, or you wouldn't be here looking for a different solution. All you need are the tools to put anxiety back in its rightful place in your story. I'll explain more about the healthy role of anxiety and how it's meant to play in our lives in just a minute. But first, let me tell you how I came about the ACT method, which is the framework we'll use to break through anxiety so that you can create the happily ever after you deserve. My master's in clinical psychology has granted me VIP access to the world of people on couches, slowly and methodically attempting to prevent past pain from influencing present life and clouding perspectives about the future. My doctorate in naturopathic medicine has revealed the inability to separate our mental and emotional well-being from our physical health, and it has illuminated physical components, particularly the production, quality, and effectiveness of our hormones and neurotransmitters, as well as the health of the gut lining, where many of these essential players are created. Rarely, if ever, are these cast of characters explored or even talked about in discussions about anxiety. When these are ignored, all too often leaves people feeling stuck on a therapist's couch for far longer than is cost-effective or efficient. As a medical professional with one foot in the clinical psychology camp and one in the holistic world of naturopathic medicine, I cannot stand the extreme expense of spray and pray testing happening in the functional medicine world. Though I get that it's done in a desperate hunt to ease the pain of anxiety, but I am equally appalled by the cost and time required by long-term therapy because it is prohibitive for so many anxiety sufferers who need more immediate relief. That's what motivated me to take a long, hard look at the best of both worlds. My goal is to clarify the most essential elements that help people switch the script on anxiety and get back to playing the starring role in their lives. Here's what I'm finding works, in the order that is proving to be the most cost and time effective. First, you need hope. The longer you've been dealing with anxiety, the harder hope is to achieve. But here's what I've learned. Patients fill with hope the instant I arm them with the skills to access calm on command. That makes sense, right? If you could stop panic and anxiety in the moment you're aware of it standing in the wings, about to come out on your stage and steal the show, that would be helpful because it gives you control. With that added control, hope is easily attained. That's why arming you with the skill set to tap into calm on command is essential, which is why we tackle this early on in our work together. Once you have hope, you're ready for power. This is where I lean heavily into the proven techniques of clinical psychology for tools that expose the root cause of anxiety, reveal patterns in your behavior which represent neural pathways that you absolutely can change, and provide a clear structure for developing new habits that heal old, conscious and unconscious wounds. Experiencing this kind of change firsthand gives you a sense of power. And once you feel that kind of power over what you're able to change, then you're ready to move towards freedom. Freedom from anxiety. That means we trade worry and fear about when anxiety might hit for complete confidence that if and when it does, you have the tools to listen and understand the message behind the anxious thoughts without letting it overwhelm your nervous system. To accomplish that level of confidence, we need to know for sure what's playing out in our bodies that might be contributing to a propensity for anxiety and any overactivation of our central nervous system. That's where we lean into naturopathic medicine's holistic view of the gut-brain axis and explore advanced testing options available for our hormones, our neurotransmitters, and gut pathogens. Many of these pathogens are known to secrete powerful toxins and to disrupt the harmonic flow of chemical symphonies that should happen naturally in our magnificent bodies. Hope comes from experiencing a growing level of control when anxiety starts to act up. Power comes from the clarity about the root cause and the ability to rewrite your brain with healthy replacement habits. And freedom is accomplished by trading the worry for confidence that you have the skills to navigate life even and especially when anxiety shows up with a warning message for you. That is the combination achieved with the ACT method. There's so much more to it that we can't cover here, but my commitment is that anyone who's ready to do this work has a commitment to their own healing and who is willing to put in the required effort to send anxiety backstage and get back to being the star of their own life story. Well, they deserve to have access to the Anxiety Breakthrough Program so that they can create their own happily ever after. And so can you. Happily ever after is not a state that we get to and then slack off. Happily ever after comes from developing the skills to handle anxiety whenever it comes up. After all, anxiety is not inherently bad. It's just a built-in warning system, a way for the innate wisdom of our bodies to communicate to our know-it-all control freak brains. Once you have the skills to navigate the interaction between the brain and body, you shine. You live a life that feels like your soul is on fire. You are the star of your life story. Anxiety may come on stage with a bit part to warn and advise, but you remain the protagonist, the one making the calls, the centered, grounded star of your show. That is what's available for you when you use the ACT method inside of the Anxiety Breakthrough Program. This is new and totally different, and that's why I made it risk-free for you. I am so sure of the effectiveness of this work we'll be doing together that I give you an Action Taker's 100% money back guarantee. What that means is that I'll show up for you and do my part day in and day out. If you do yours, the exercises, processes, journaling, and if you don't experience real change, then you get a full refund. My intention is to relieve any anxiety from your decision to do this for yourself. You deserve to live life your way. That means anxiety has to go back to playing a bit part rather than dominating the show. We can accomplish that together inside the Anxiety Breakthrough Program so that you can create your happily ever after no matter what life throws your way. Get started with the preparation module and join the private group. Be sure to connect with the members in the group and get the support you deserve. I can't wait to support you inside of the group for your unique needs. I'll see you soon.